See? When I see this guy smile on his face, it's like, oh man, this song. He knows all the words too.
This takes me back.
He knows all the words too. This is Feast or Famine. We've been away for a little bit. We took a week off because we wanted to enjoy some sunshine. Back here on that West Coast tip, it's hot, and it's actually going to get a lot hotter right now. I love doing stuff like this where we can, where I can talk about life and talk about things that, you know, will make people's lives better. I know of quite a few people, but I don't know many people like my brother here, who's my guest today. His name is Sunil Prasad. Welcome, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you doing?
Doing well.
You're doing well. You're doing weller than well, I'm gonna say.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I don't know, man. It's like there's Tony Robbins. There's the guy in the States, Gary Vee. You know, I personally don't connect with them because I don't know. I just can't. I can't connect to them. I don't relate to them. I don't feel it the way I feel it when you speak. You know, let's just get right into. Tell everybody here that's listening and watching, what do you do, and then I'm going to tell everybody why I brought you here.
I'm an entrepreneur.
Yes.
I own a mortgage business, and we just wanted to document what we did. We got a lot of young kids that come into the office, and we want some type of guidance. And I wish when I was younger and just started my company that there was somebody there to guide and help.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of mistakes made, and a lot of negative stuff came along, a lot of positive stuff came along, and we just put everything together and made it. Comparing me to Anthony Robbins, I respect that, but I'm so far away from that.
And he's a Fiji guy. Like we're both Fiji guys ourselves. Our families are from Fiji. No, but like, dude, like nobody in this city of Vancouver is doing what you're doing. You are basically going out there and you're like saying, hey man, you want to be successful? This is what you got to fucking do.
Life experience. I'm glad about 10 years ago, a little less than that, probably about 7 years ago, I met a coach.
Yeah.
Right? So he became my mentor.
Yeah.
And I did a lot of work on myself.
Yeah.
So taking all that work and then applying it to my business, to my personal life, to take off.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And now we're just kind of documenting it to get a bigger audience.
Well, I mean,
so we can actually teach.
And the funny thing is, not the funny thing, what I just took out of what you just said right now is, in your personal and business life, you can actually do, if you conduct the same fundamentals and the same ethics towards it, it applies to both.
100%.
Right?
It does.
What is, like, see, I've no, okay, if people don't know, I hope you all watch it. Share this damn video. Tune in. There's 9 of you watching right now. That's good. It's funny. I got 35 fucking Facebook friends and 10 of you are watching now. Thank you, Daniel, James. Love you. We've known each other for a long time. We're gonna go right back to the old days when we used to hang out, and or I just wanted to be cool enough to hang out with you and one of our
Sure.
and that group. What do you think is the strongest trait that you need to have? Maybe not the one strongest, but maybe a few traits that you need to succeed in business, and this is what gravitated me towards you, because we've known each other forever, but we reconnected recently, and I'm just like, fuck man, this guy is like talking from the heart.
Your why, number one, like why you're doing it.
Yeah.
If it's not your why and it's somebody else's why, you're gonna quit. Something like every day there's gonna be something hard.
Yeah.
Right. And when something hard happens, and it's your mom and dad's why, or your grandparents' why, or your friends' why, or your spouse's why.
Yeah.
When shit gets hard.
Yeah.
You're gonna stop.
Yeah.
But if it's yours, right? Why do I want this? I want this for better health. I want this for better living. I want this to show my children.
Yeah.
That drives you. And
Yeah.
regardless if it's going to be hard or not, you're not going to give up. That's one thing. And another thing is my heart.
Yeah.
Like, I do stuff from here.
Yeah.
I don't care about it. Like, we were talking about this earlier. I will give all my time if I want to.
Yeah.
But if somebody asks me to do it, I'm not, if my heart's not into it.
Nope.
All it comes down to.
No. And it's fun. Man, I wish you were here 15 minutes earlier. There's a class here from BCIT, and they're like art and like, it was like there's about maybe 20 of them, and I was sitting there talking to them about this radio station and what it's all about and how it came and out of and I told everybody, I'm like, listen, if you want to hang out and talk to me after you guys leave, we'll sit and talk. 3 of them did, and man, I was like so happy that like, yo man, we want to do what you're doing,
Inspiration.
right?
Your inspiration to
Don't you think?
That's what drives me every day, man.
All you people out there, if you can inspire, like, God, we don't have much time on this damn planet, but if you can give something to the next generation, that's like, and I'm not talking about skills, I'm talking about just,
look, it's cruel to pass this world without taking all your advice, your mentorship, everything else, and giving it away.
yeah.
I would love to cut my head open right before I die.
Yeah.
Give it to somebody else. Right? Here's the brain. Here's the heart.
That's like some fucking Hannibal shit.
But
remember when that motherfucker was eating that motherfucker's brain? Are you talking about that kind of shit? You want somebody to eat your brain?
Unfortunately, that stuff does not happen. But here's the thing. There's a lot of information that's given away.
Yeah.
My YouTube channel will do that. My Facebook channel, my Insta channel will do this. This talk here will do it. Right?
Okay.
If we can change somebody.
Okay, wait. That's a good.
Inspire somebody.
That's a great thing that you just said right now. The free information that we give, that I think anybody that has information that's good for the better of industry and what humanity, whatever you want to call it. Are there things that or that you have inside of you that you're like, man, I ain't gonna share that shit with nobody?
No.
Share it all.
Nothing. Share it all.
Share it all.
Share it all. Because
even with your competition.
for sure.
Yeah?
It's up to my competition to use it, and if they're gonna use it, fine, they're winners. But majority of the time, they won't use it.
Okay.
So my competition doesn't really matter, right?
No, exactly.
But the value I'm bringing somebody else,
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
No, I get
this kid here, right? I know Dylan. I know this guy for a long time.
Dylan right here, Dylan. That's Dylan. We're doing something big right now. Okay. Let's talk about Dylan.
So Dylan, I'd known for probably a year prior to him coming and working for us.
Yeah.
So he's been with me for, what is it, like a year and a few months? Year and a bit?
Yeah.
This guy's confidence level has gone up. Like,
well, it reciprocates, doesn't it not?
He inspires as well, right?
Yeah,
so,
you get it from, like, if you're gonna hang out in a butcher shop, you don't learn how to cut meat.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So
it's your surrounding, right? And I'm gonna build a team, and that team around me is gonna be built with that can inspire, that can help, that can lead, that can serve. My main job is one thing. I'm here to serve. That's it. Money aside, everything aside, business aside, I'm here to serve.
Yeah. No, I got you, man.
Somebody wants something, I'm helping.
I'm in the same direction. I've done I'm pretty sure you're the same. Like, we've been blessed with certain gifts that you could say it's a gift, or we work hard to get whatever we become. But it's like, sharing it, right? It is. It's crazy. Well, we're gonna talk more. I want everybody to share the video. We're talking
about sharing it.
Yeah, man, share the video, man. Like, this is Sunil Prasad 360. Sunil Prasad 360 on Instagram and on Facebook. You're more an Instagram guy. We're gonna talk about social media and all that shit after this music break. But most people don't know that. Well,
Where are we going?
Your nickname growing up in high school was Cuz. I was like, Cuz. I remember I have this thing that all our buddies in high school signed, and it could be an annual maybe, and it's like, it says Cuz.
Yeah, annual for sure.
Right? It was an annual. You have this huge, like, growing up as a kid, as we all did, we had this huge influence on West Coast hip hop music, lowrider lifestyle, California lifestyle. That was our thing, man. Right? You were, like I said, you were the first guy that was wearing G-Nikes and shit. You know, hot ass day, you're wearing a long jacket. I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
That's a California culture. I grew up with.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
And I remember, I'm gonna go back. And now, we did that motivational talk for a little bit right now. What's up, Jeff? Bennett Ram. Oh, Bennett Ram.
Bennett.
What's up, Bennett Ram? Bennett, we want you in this one.
It was based on LA Kings hockey team. Black Ice or something?
Yeah, Black Ice.
I don't know.
Black Ice. Homeboy Posse. HBP. Oh my God! I remember the symbol too. Bennett made the symbol with the devil H.
HBP Posse. Yeah.
Remember?
Wow.
The HBP. If y'all don't know that, it used to be the Homeboy Posse.
we copied Naughty by Nature. You down with HBP?
Okay, this is my brother Sunil Prasad, man. Bennett, thanks fucking tuning in, dog. We're gonna talk some shit. But we're gonna get into some music now. Tell me, who were your give me top 5 of your favorite West Coast hip hop artists.
Top 5?
Top 5. Give me 5 right now so I can play some for the
Everyone
people.
from NWA.
Okay, anybody from NWA.
That's my top 5 right there.
That's
man.
4.
DJ Quick.
Oh, okay. I played Born and Raised in Compton.
Let's go back. Ice-T.
Okay. Oh.
Too Short.
I don't play a lot of Ice-T actually, and I'm gonna play Ice-T.
And you got Hammer?
Shit. Huh?
MC Hammer.
Oh, see? And people don't know that MC Hammer is an Oakland G, man. That's Ice, like, people don't know that shit, man. Like, oh, MC Hammer, you can't touch this. MC Hammer was a G from bloody Oakland, California. But let's go into some Ice-T, because I haven't played any Ice-T. Let's go back a little bit to the, let's go back to the past.
Where it started. Oh, not that far back.
Duke Street.
Well, Duke Street.
I met you from Duke Street, so Duke Street was like, that whole area, like Duke was like, you and our friend Bennett lived like
8 houses, 9 houses away.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Man, like, tell me about like growing up in East Vancouver. Tell me about, like, you know, what that did for you and like how that made you who you are, because you worked a lot and you were in the automotive industry, mechanic, right? You were, you were with Ford,
yeah.
Right? I mean, you got a fucking story, man. Like,
we all have stories.
We all got stories. I mean, I kind of stuck with the same shit that I've been doing my whole life. You are a man of many trades and many talents.
Oh, here's the thing, right? Growing up, you always assume that you go to school, you get your education, you can go and work.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this entrepreneur thing. And, and eventually, I just hated that. I hated myself every day. I wake up and I did not want to go. It's just depressing hanging around with people that are depressed and then you got
my God.
I was in my early 20s and I got another 40 years of this thing to deal with. Like, no. So that's when like I got to figure something else out and you know, things opened up, other doors opened up.
A steady paycheck does not fucking mean happiness.
Steady paycheck is shit, man.
Ain't shit.
Nothing.
I don't have a steady paycheck, but you know, it's like, look, I was the same way. I was like, oh man, you know, I'm making that union money, and like you said, like, you're around people that been doing the same shit for 40 years, and I'm not knocking anybody, you know, that's not for everybody. That's obviously wasn't for you. You had a pretty good ass job, and you're like, this shit ain't for me. And I was kind of like the same way. And what was your like, you know, what was your boiling point where it just kind of just said, you know what, man, I'm just going to take some risks in life and I'm going to do things.
There was no boiling point. I think for like 2 years I wanted to leave, but once you're the most dangerous position you can ever be in is when you're too comfortable.
Yeah.
But for me, it came down to getting an injury.
Yeah.
And being off for a while and really thinking, what I want to do, and there's an opportunity that came up, and I took that opportunity, and from that point on, it was just business, and I loved it. I just loved learning and assisting and helping others and building this.
I'm going to ask you about your first step away from the regular 9-to-5 job that we quote unquote. But my friend here, Jeff Dos Santos, is a good buddy of mine from East Van, from Killarney. Good brother, Portuguese brother, has a beautiful IROC Z because I'm a car guy. He has a question. Question is someone that's wanting to start their own business. What would you say the number one attribute one would need to possess for longevity success?
Patience.
Patience.
Nothing happens overnight, man. I'm going 17 years there, and I'm nowhere close.
Patience.
I'm gonna grind and hustle until the day I die. That's all it is, man. Retirement's not fun. A guy like me who's energized, and I just look. I know people here are just sitting like, why does this guy want to work the rest of their life?
Yeah.
I don't look at it as work. I love what I do. I got a passion for it.
Yeah.
To me, it's people come to my office, we give value, we give a service, right?
Yeah.
We talk, and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? That's all we do. And I make money from it. I'm happy doing it. I'm gonna continue doing it. And then it's just the drive to build something else, and it's at the end of the day, it's not the money game, it's the service game.
Service, contentment.
That's it.
Being happy.
Being happy.
But like, do you see yourself at any point in your life like sitting at a nice park by a lake,
On my phone.
feeding little bits of
Helping others.
feeding little bits of bread to the ducks?
Look, do I take time off? Yes, I do.
Of course.
I do.
Yeah.
I need to recover, but I'm not sitting there just to take selfies. I'm sitting there, I'm going to be reading books. I'm going to figure out another growth and figure out another strategy and just take time off. And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. And we're talking, when you came over to my place, we were talking about rest, and you're saying like how much time off I need. You're like, fuck, I only sleep like 4 hours a day.
Yeah, 5 hours a day.
5 hours a day.
With the heat now, it's like 2 hours, 3 hours, man. I just can't sleep.
Oh, I sleep more with the fucking heat. This heat's insane. Why don't you people send me some more questions? We want to pick this man's brain, because this is like something that you guys don't understand. Like, Jeff had a great question. What does it take? Business, you're starting. The man says patience.
I see someone say integrity there too. Right?
Yeah, that was Raj.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Integrity and everything.
Integrity, patience. I mean, it's like a whole package. But I mean, you have to have a building block. You need to have like a starting point of how you're gonna like conduct yourself business wise and personally. You have to have that number one. What's your number one
why
attribute, or not your why, whatever, what is like the number one thing that you want to present yourself with when when somebody meets you for the first time? That first impression. I'm meeting Sunil Prasad, and like, what do you want them to come away with as the first impression about you?
Fun, happy guy.
Fun, happy guy?
That's it, man. Yes, because
you serious ass mofo.
That's what it comes down to, man. Here's the thing: when somebody comes up to you, you're not friendly, you're not happy, they don't want to deal with you.
Okay.
Right?
Well,
that's it. First impression.
I think that's amazing. It is.
Right?
Approachable.
Approachable.
Approachable. I think is a better word than saying fun, happy guy, because everybody can be fun and happy,
True.
but that could be a facade.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I think it's like approachability, and just I don't know if you agree with me. Smiling, laughing, and being real. Don't be fake. Oh, okay, let's talk about that. Oh, Grace Lanuza. Grace, sorry Grace, I've been AOL AOL? No, not AOL.
Books.
Away. Anyways, so Grace is asking, what are your 3 top books?
Right now, or go back?
Well, I mean, like,
All right,
what?
I'm gonna actually meet with Grace in a couple of days. My mentor, Dov Barron, he's got one. It's an Eagle book. I don't remember right now, but if you look it up, Dov Barron Eagle, it'll show up on Amazon. Crushing It, Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah.
The 7 Habits.
Okay, can you send me the links to these?
Yeah, I'll send you the links to them.
Are there movies to these books?
That's the first question I'll be asking too. But audiobook for sure.
I'm very receptive when it comes to my problem is when I'm reading, dude, my brain is going in 10 different places. I can't sit there and concentrate. I'll have to read a page, and then I'll have to go back and read that page again.
I'm the same.
Yeah. Because my brain's somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Is that a good thing or I don't know?
Focus.
For
me, it's like 1-2 pages I get, then in the 3rd page something will trigger it, and I'm like, oh. But then you know what? What triggers me is like I have another idea, then I get a pen and paper and I start writing that other idea down, then I go back to the book. So sometimes those books take me months to finish where it should have been a week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then do I get something out of it? Hell yeah.
Good.
And those same books I read over and over again.
Yeah. I mean, we all have the people that we look up to, our mentors and our who is your biggest? Who do you model your life after? Like, I mean, I'll tell you who mine was, but who was the person that fuck, oh man, I love this person. Everything this person does, I want to do. Like, who was your
Funny, we
idol?
We had the same question for the vlog last week. I couldn't answer that. For me, it's anyone that has come to the U.S., Canada, UK without speaking the language, without any money in their pocket, and they come here and they build their life. Regardless how they did it.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's entrepreneurship or working somewhere and raise 3 kids and have grandchildren
raise
now.
3 kids and then sponsor their family and have their family live in the basement.
That to me is a mentor. That to me is what I look for.
That's a beautiful answer because I think we both. When did your family come to Canada from Fiji?
73.
Okay, yeah. So my old man came from India because my dad's from India, so he was 72. He was a student. He came as a student, a sponsored student. My mom came in 75, and my grandfather and them. But yeah, man, what you're saying.
That inspires me more, because.
But do you know what? I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to see if you get the right answer because I think this is the right answer. What do you think made that success? What made that possible? What was the reason for that success?
A land of opportunity.
Nope. It was the teamwork of the family coming together to build each other up and build a foundation that they could all branch from.
But here's the thing. There was no family back then.
No, but I mean, like, if 3 people came, 3, 4, 5 people came from, say for instance, my mom came with my grandfather and her brother, and I think one of her sisters, maybe my grandmother, like 4 or 5 of them, right? My mom's one sister came a year prior, but like they're all in one basement, and they're grandpa was a mechanic. He got a job fucking being. He used to work over here at there's a Petro Canada in English Bay, and and then everybody else got odds and end little jobs, whatever. But built each other up until it's like you're starting from scratch basically.
Yeah.
Right. It's hard to in this country, any country for that matter, starting from scratch by yourself is almost impossible.
It is.
Right.
You put me somewhere else in a different country, I don't know.
Yeah, so I didn't mean to say I think it's teamwork and unity in the beginning, and then it builds from there. Oh, this beat, man, lots of lyrical combat beat. I haven't this beat in a long time. Let's lighten it up right now. What's your dream car? I remember a car that you used to talk about when we were younger.
What was it?
It was a 2-door. You were talking about a 2-door Caprice Classic. You know, it's got to be white and it's got to have gold D's.
I don't
This
remember
is what
Caprice,
you.
but okay, it was.
It was a Caprice. You said Caprice. Didn't your dad have a Caprice?
Yeah, it was 4-door.
He had a 4-door Caprice. Yeah. See, I remember this shit. I don't know. I don't remember a lot of shit, but I remember some shit.
My car days are gone, man. I'm not a car
I'm a car
person.
guy. I'm sorry.
I'm not a car guy.
What do you drive right now?
Lexus.
I'm not a car guy. What are you driving now? A Lexus.
He just takes me from one place to another. It's comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not a car guy, but I drive a Lexus. No, not a Honda. I drive a Lexus, but I'm not a car guy.
Exactly.
Fucking Tony Robbins.
It's reliable. It's good. I like it.
It's totally reliable with the plush leather and the fucking heated seats and the.
AC seats right now.
Yeah. Does it drive itself and shit? Does it park itself?
No.
Okay. What model Lexus is it?
IS.
IS what? 350?
250.
250 all-wheel drive?
Yeah.
That's nice. It's a nice car, actually. I actually love that car because it's got fatter wheels on the back, little wheels on the front. It's a nice car. One of my younger cousins has one. It's a nice car. I'm not much of a Honda Toyota kind of guy. I'm a meat and potatoes guy, not American. I like British cars.
You like the classics, right?
Yeah. I got a few cars myself, but I don't talk about my cars. People see them online. Let's see. For the future of the family tree, yes. Okay, Jeff, we're talking. That's some real shit right there. Ravi Khanna is a young man. He's a great young man. I love him. I'm gonna get you on the show. He's hilarious. He's funny. He's got this thing called, like what the fuck are you thinking, Vancouver? So he makes fun of like Vancouverites and some of the stuff that they do.
Ravi, come to my office anytime. Let's chat.
Yeah, let's have it. Let's have a group chat. Let's just all hang out and just talk about ideas. Doesn't have to be music. It could be music. It could be television. It could be comedy.
We want to set something up where we have dinner, like a round table, 4 or 5 guys, and we chat about people, right? And we chat about whatever comes up.
It's all about ideas. It's all about freshness. It's all about God, man. There's so many great things that we can all do together if we come together and just.
We all have experiences, right? And just share those experiences and help in on any way.
Fuck, I would do anything to get like 15 more years, like go back 15 years ago and just be like, bam, shit that we, you know what I mean?
Then like 15 years, like, you know what? I look at it right now, what can I do in the next 15 years?
Yeah, I guess, fuck, man. I know. I hang out with a lot of old people, man. Okay, I got my bro here, Sunil Prasad, 360 on Instagram. Listen, if you guys want to do something in your life and you need a little bit of motivation, need somebody to kind of give you that boost, follow this guy. Just follow him, man. We go back and like it's so awesome to reconnect and be like, man, I love what you're doing. Man, I love what you're doing. It's such a good thing, man. And we have so many other, people like you talk about Grace, and Grace is a very motivational person. You're gonna meet her, you're gonna talk to her. She'll chew your off too, because she's good. She knows what she's doing. Are we gonna with Dylan? We're gonna get to Dylan on the next segment, the last segment. We're gonna talk about working with this young G.
You know when you said that on Facebook?
What?
Young
G?
I'm usually the oldest in the room now.
I know. I had to. This young man, right? Did it make you feel good though?
Yeah,
right? Yeah, right. For the smile.
I'm always oldest in the room now.
Listen, man. If you gotta do what I gotta do and shave your head every weekend to look young, this is what I do, and you don't have to do that because you are very blessed with this beautiful brim of salt and pepper, whatever you want to call that. Yeah, man.
Experience.
Yeah. Anyways, good for you. I hate you, and I love you at the same time. Okay, listen. Bennett Ram has a question. Bennett Ram's question is, how has technology helped you guys out of this day and age compared to what we had? Wow!
Great question, Bennett.
Great question, Bennett.
Look, without technology, we wouldn't be here right now. There's like streaming live here, this thing here, the vlog, like would not exist. The time that my mortgage business, I get done so fast now, right? I don't have to really meet people. It's just information comes back and forth, put it together, get it done, and this is slow to what's going to happen in the next 10, 15 years. Wait until blockchain comes.
What does that mean, though?
It's too technical. I'm not going to really get into it on this one, but blockchain is just going to, instead of being like...
Shall we, HGT, don't man. Hey, you know what? Technology, absolutely. But, like, God, like, don't you think, like, radio stations were happening before. Like, I had my first stint on a radio station when I was about 20, 21 years old. I got to be on a bunch of radio stations, local guys that were doing shows that had me on as guests, and I got to do, like, we did live stuff from a nightclub. And, I mean, yes, you can't do this whole Facebook live thing or Instagram live thing, but I know you're a guy that like is an ambassador of technology, but don't you think sometimes you lose a little bit of the personable aspect of it, because you're like, oh man, I can do my mortgage stuff. Oh, I don't have to, you know.
Look at the music business, right? Like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, to get out there, you'll have to go to a label. Yeah. Today,
no, you don't need a label.
Whatever it was, right?
Yeah. No, you don't need one now.
Now that's what I'm getting at now, right? So what happens now is you can have somebody like Dylan following you around, right? Or your niece or nephew or whoever it is with a phone, right? Watching what you do, putting beats together, singing, writing everything, and then on Friday...
This is Police. What's your favorite Police song? Okay, keep on. We'll talk about the Police.
I like the Police, actually. Today, you know, everything's done right here, and then you're posting. You're going live.
But don't you, like... Okay, fine.
Right, so I
completely get that.
And you know what? But you can turn it off.
But don't you think it's oversaturated a little bit? I mean, like, look, I'm not a fucking celebrity by any stretch of the means. I know a lot of people, but it's like, oh my God, you need to have X amount of followers to be whatever.
You just need to change one person's life. That's all.
Got you, man. That's that.
Look,
you just Mike Tyson me right now with that one fucking line, dog.
I turned this off, and it's just, I'm done. Sundays
did you really turn it off?
Well, I turned it back on. Well, I'm not talking right now.
What the?
Hey! Don't even talk about no.
Is that a StarTAC?
Because I don't use it.
This guy, a Motorola StarTAC.
This guy does everything.
Oh, that's my brother right there. Come in, look, come in from here.
Is that food?
Yeah, I want to get some Moroccan food. I gotta get a little bit of Moroccan food because this man is like, I want to try some of this Moroccan food. I've never eaten Moroccan food. I want to eat Moroccan food. Dylan, if you do me a favor and get that gentleman to come in. We have another question. What was your biggest achievement so far, and what do you wish to conquer next?
So, Nikki, for me, my biggest achievement was pretty much finding myself. I'm glad I went through this whole process in my early 30s. Just finding what drives me, what makes me happy. You know, growing up, there's always going to be, I call it an operating system. And the operating system is based on who you grew up with. You know, say your mom and dad, your aunts and uncles, or whoever it is. Yeah. And when something goes wrong, you see what they do, and you pretty much mimic that, and it doesn't work. So I was lucky enough to figure myself out through help, and now my operating system is totally different. Here's the thing. Our computers, we change the operating system all the time, but we don't for ourselves. The things our parents did, look, the things that they did in the 70s and 80s,
they're stuck in it.
Exactly, and all that happens is we get the information, right, from the age of 18 months to 9 years old, and that becomes the default.
I'm one of those people that I really sometimes, I don't know, a lot of you old school cats, I hate trying to learn new things, but like how receptive, and then sometimes, like, I was very computer illiterate because like our age group was like, we're in that gray area where computers kind of became a part of regular curriculum or whatever, and And so I kind of skipped it and then just went straight to doing the music thing. And then all of a sudden, like, fuck, I have to learn how to work a computer properly so I can DJ. God, I wanted to become a producer for so long. I want to be a producer. Oh, but you gotta do it on a computer. You gotta do it, And then I was just like, I guess the passion of wanting to do it made me get through it. Like, have you ever had any of those moments where you're like you were too scared to like try to learn something new or develop something new to further your success?
Yeah.
Like what was your what for me it was computers. It was always computers. I fucking hate computers. And I was just like paranoid, Like a record player won't crash, but a computer will.
The most latest one was why this guy's on board. Why Dylan's on board.
Yeah.
I hate doing this.
Yeah.
I hate recording. I hate editing. I hate all this stuff. I don't want to learn it. It's not what I do. Hire it out.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Leave it. Delegate that stuff to somebody else that loves doing it. I don't like doing it. And there's a lot of things I don't like doing it, and I stay in my lane because I know my lane.
Is Dylan is he reasonable in terms of rates? Can I get a family friend discount? Because I'm actually trying to find somebody to be a part of to help me out too. Not to take away from your time.
I think this guy's too busy with me, but there's plenty of plenty of Dylans out there. Well, there's not plenty of Dylans out there. There's a lot of
there's not.
There's
no.
This guy's like a 1 in a billion here.
Okay, yeah. So Dylan does Sunil's videos, and your videos are sick, especially when he throws the text in there. What you're saying is, showing up in text on the screen. I think it's phenomenal. Like it's very appealing visually, and it doesn't take away from what your message is and what you're trying to say. So he does. That's what I mean. Yo, Dylan. I'm gonna holler at you later, right?
Holler at me.
People have.
Amazing work. What's your what's going on? What's your next 6-month plan right now?
There's things brewing right now. We're gonna be follow my vlog because we're gonna be talking about it in when is it? In September?
Yeah, end of August, beginning of September.
Yeah, end of August, beginning of September. We got a couple of things that we're working on right now. I just want to keep it a little quiet so we can do a little more research and plan ahead and go from there.
Okay. So that's.
And it's not related to investments and mortgage and real estate. It's totally something else. My long goal here by 2020, what I want to do is I want to start buying businesses and improving it. So taking, like when we're talking the older generation that came here.
You want to buy my business?
We'll see. Mom and dad started a company. It's 30 years old now. Kids don't want it. They got good clientele base. We're looking to buying something like that and take it to the next level. Or somebody that they don't, for whatever reason, say they don't like the business anymore, or it doesn't bring them happiness. We'll buy it and kind of put somebody else in place to run it. And
but if you're gonna buy a business that is not making somebody happy, are you buying it just to buy it or to be happy?
No, because if you look at a business, there's going to be some employees in there. One of those employees will love that company, and they're only there because it's their passion. You give them the leadership skills, you teach them the numbers, and we're there always. It's what Patterson has done over the last 50 years.
I think that's very.
So private equity is what I want to get into.
Okay. You want to help build something that has potential.
For sure.
Right.
If it has no potential, I'm not getting into it.
Yeah, fuck no.
I gotta do it. I'm not a dumb guy.
No one's gonna invest in a shovel company in Mexico. A snow shovel company, I mean.
No. Or a paper company here.
Yeah. What about we've been talking about work, business, motivation. What's your goals in terms of personal life? Because it can all be work.
Yeah, and it's we hustle hard Monday to Friday. Saturdays I kind of take it for myself, and I got somebody else, and we spend time together. And Sunday it's strictly family.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
you know, that's mom and dad days, and that's
Well, Sussy is still in Toronto.
yeah.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
so
2 years older than me.
2 years older than you. You have a I love your sisters. I'm trying to figure out who's because to me, your younger sister to me seems like the most personality and outgoing. That's the way it was growing up, and now that I hang out with you more, I'm like, where the?
I was a shy kid. Not anymore. My confidence came out.
I
And
don't
like,
know if you were shy. You were more like you were just kind of like, you know,
that was the image.
Okay, this is how he was. He was like, yo, I ain't gonna smile. I'm not gonna laugh until somebody tells me something really, really funny. Like you were just that guy. I'm like, yeah. Sunil don't laugh and smile too much, and he'll just talk when he wants to talk. And then, boom, all of a sudden, social media, and you become this social media like crazy like personality. And I'm like, dope, man. I'm like, God, you and I could be billionaires right now if we had this relationship when we were 16 years old.
So we got another 20 years here, man.
Yeah,
We got another 30 years. So
let's get it. I consider myself a mom and pop's type of business. Sorry, in a world of big business, in a world of massive competition, especially in this Vancouver, which is probably one of the biggest super cities now in the world, right? I'm gonna say Vancouver is like top 5 now, right? Like, what should somebody with a small? You were saying patience. Patience is one thing, but man, like patience can only wear so thin, right? Like in terms of strategically, like I'm gonna say, for instance, for me, I got a little recording studio, and I didn't really want it. Like it just kind of fell into my lap, and I did it, and like it's going as well as it can. But like in terms of like what do you suggest for it to get to a bigger level?
patience is one thing, but like you gotta continue working,
Yeah.
right? That does not stop. There's no. After 17 years, I started taking weekends off just recently. It was go, go, go. I knew where I needed to be, and I knew what I needed to do to get there. And like today, I started at 6 this morning. It's by the time I get home and calm down and go to bed, I'm probably looking at midnight. I'm just grinding away and working on it because I know my end goal.
What's your end goal? In general, I'm not saying okay. For instance, to make it so, my end goal is to honestly like wake up and look at the ocean when I wake up. Look at the ocean when I go to sleep. Could be here, it could be anywhere. That's kind of what my end goal would be. And obviously, if I could have a kid, but obviously, like
We're still young.
Yeah, we're still young. Yeah. God, medicine. What's your like?
Well, for me, like I said, private equity, buying businesses and adding services and adding value to those businesses.
Yeah.
Right. And not just the business, but the leaders within that business, and just help them out, help them to grow.
Well, I mean, okay. You're saying, okay, I'm gonna buy businesses and whatever, like, but what are you gonna buy businesses that you understand, or are you just gonna go in there and buy it and then implement the fundamentals that that whatever it takes for any type of business to succeed?
Business is the same when you look at it as a structure.
Yeah.
Right. Am I gonna run it? No. Somebody else is going to run it, right? Because they know how to run that business much better than me. But I get in there on the leadership side.
Yeah.
I get in there on the social side.
Yeah.
Right. On the branding, we'll step in and help the branding, and then capital.
Good.
A lot of these companies can't get any further because of lack of capital. We provide capital. We provide a lot of things, and give them a space where they can actually grow.
So if some guy comes up to you and says, I have this great idea and I believe in it and I think it's gonna work, they ain't got a nickel to their name, and they're coming up to you. Now I'm putting you on the spot in terms of I want to serve and I want to, like, if so somebody comes up to you with an idea that's a great idea, and you're gonna hear them out and feel the passion, but they don't have a nickel to their name, and they come up to you and say, hey, I need somebody to help me bankroll this and make this thing happen.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
So there's would I step in as the private equity in that one? No, because they have not been in business, right? Now, would I step in as a mentor and help and assist and if it hits my heart, then yes, come into the office, let's chat, let's work on this for the next year, year and a half, 2 years, and see how far you go. And then maybe would I step in? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I got to know this person inside out in a situation like that. Now on the private equity side, where a business has been established 30 years ago, they got their clientele, they got everything. They just need leadership, they need capital, they need whatever they need. We're there to step in.
So what's your, is there a dream job that you'd be like, oh man, fuck, I wish I could be that guy?
No.
No?
No. I'm me. I'm gonna live my life. That's it.
No, I know.
Yeah, no.
But I'm talking about.
There's not.
Look, I wish I was Michael Jackson when Michael Jackson was his prime.
No.
No, there's nobody?
Me times 1,000 is what I want, man.
Oh my.
I never wake up.
Worst fucking answer ever.
I never wake up in the morning and say I want to be like that person. I don't.
No, not that person. It's like, no, I don't want to be Michael Jordan. I don't want to be Wayne Gretzky. But it's like that one thing you're like, man, I just want to. No?
None.
This? Oh, okay. I'm gonna change your life. We're gonna hang out a little bit more. We're gonna hang out a lot more, actually, because I love this. I love having conversations with you, and big shout out to Bennett, man. Bennett's like, great to see you guys grinding and making it happen. It's great. It is. I think, growing up with you since we were like teenagers and stuff, and it's good to see where you are right now, man, and just, I'm fucking proud of you, man. And I'm sure everybody, is proud of you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it's nice to see you smile way more now than you ever did. This guy was a mean mugger, man. Yo, man, man, smile, cuz.
It's just called working on yourself, figuring yourself out. That's
freedom.
That's the
freedom.
Freedom comes by working on yourself.
Be free. Y'all be free. So follow Sunil. Is there any people that you want to give a little bit of love to out there?
Look, anyone ready to change or start a company or trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah.
We're 22 years into the workforce now. So somebody wants to leave their 9 to 5 and doesn't know how to. Look, my office is always open. Come on in. Give me a call, send me a text, message me, and I'm willing to talk to anyone here. Yeah. So, doors are open, and whenever you need.
So, you know what? If I know some people can't do it because of their situations, but if you have an opportunity, even if it's to take if you can take a 2-month leave from your day job to go and push something, it's worth it.
There's weekends, there's evenings.
Yeah.
There's the amount of time people spend watching whatever, right? When they can just turn that off and go figure that out. Kids are going to bed. What are you gonna do? Turn the TV off. Don't scroll through Facebook or wherever, and build something, and eventually that side job, that side hustle you built becomes your main thing.
Exactly. Passion. The paper will follow the passion. That's what I always say, that's my motto. Don't follow the paper, follow the passion. The paper will follow that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right. It's not how much you get paid on it. Sometimes it's all like how many people are you making smile?
That's it. That's all.
Right. Anyways, I love you, brother.
Love you too. Thank you for having us here. Really appreciate it. It was.
I appreciate
it was fun,
you.
man.
Please follow Sunil Prasad 360. He's in downtown. He's on social media, and he's one of those type of guys that if you have a question or if you have something and you need advice, I actually hit him up. I'm like, bro, I need a little bit, and you know, he gave me a little bit of advice and stuff, and I actually used it. I'm not using it to my full potential, but at the same time, you know what's going on, and your intelligence of success can resonate in any type of industry. So keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you.
You're making your family proud. You're making all of us proud, man. Keep doing the damn thing. DJ 151, Feast or Famine, all about the West Coast, all about life. We're not just here to, we're here to promote positivity and promote success. All right? Peace out, motherfuckers. Peace out, motherfuckers.
Shit, brother. Shit. Cheers, man.